Muscatine. It's Wednesday, and it's pea soup out there. I hope you're enjoying this. Parents, I hope in some ways you get to enjoy the first day back to school if you're watching from Muscatine. We got to drop Wyatt off this morning for his last day at Mulberry. And that leads me to want to give a quick shout out to Stacy Olson, all the teachers, all the staff at Mulberry, even those that are retired and left. Wyatt's starting his last year at Mulberry, and we absolutely could not have asked for a better elementary experience than what we've had at Mulberry. From K through 6 all the way through, it's been tremendous. So shout out to everybody at Mulberry. Again, I hope you guys all took a lot of pictures. Feel free to share them if you want. Maybe we should put like a whole page in the paper of like those front porch pictures of kids with their signs. We still made Wyatt do it, but and speaking of pea soup outside and feeling like we're walking around in a swamp or a pond, that leads us straight to Amy.
What?
How'd you like that transition? You did not see that one coming, did you?
I've never been, referred to like that before.
No. So for those of you for those that may not know you, Amy, would you please introduce yourself real quick and a little bit about what you do at the Y, and then we'll explain why that joke was really funny.
So I am Amy Hessel. I'm the Character Development Director for the Y, and I have been there for 23 years. So I have raised kids of kids. So, but I focus on kids that don't have water. So I don't do anything with the pool. So I don't.
Oh, they don't have what? I thought you meant
any
like
of
they
the
don't.
kids programs that are not involved in the pool because
Gotcha.
I sink, I don't float. So we stay away from that. But the summer camp, which we just ended yesterday, and then today we start our before and after school program, and then all of our youth and teen programs. So youth sports, youth soccer, our teen programs that are after school, all of those things belong on my plate.
Okay, so here's the question of the day. Do we want to talk about the programming first and save the letting everybody in on the joke until the end? Or do we want to just cut to the joke and
I think we just need to cut to the chase.
Okay, all right.
The chase.
The chase. The chase. It's a chase in pea soup. That's it. The event has a new name. It's the pea soup chase with yellow birds.
Yellow birds.
No, so, okay. Serious for a moment. Tomorrow is the Duck Derby.
Well, right? It was supposed to be tomorrow.
Well, okay, yes, let me rephrase that. The Duck Derby was scheduled for tomorrow night from like 5 to 8. I'm guessing with the heat, you guys are doing something a little different?
Yes. So we were paired up with Almost Friday Fest, which also made the decision to not hold the event tomorrow night. So our annual Duck Derby is looking a little differently. The one thing about being paired up with like Almost Friday Fest is that there's a big crowd, right? And so we can sell 100 adoptions as people are walking in for the event.
Hold on, so here's what it is. Let's explain to people what it is, because otherwise it just makes sense. So basically what you guys do as a fundraiser for the Y is you get this huge tarp, right? And you run it out, like last year it was in the parking lot, right? Kind of down by the Red Brick Building area. And you get it all wet, right?
Yeah.
And then people can buy or adopt ducks, right?
Yeah.
Little rubber ducks, like bathroom ducks. I don't know why my hands are still up. Like,
well, you're ready for football season.
I've become so much more self-aware about what I'm doing. I'm like, oh my God, you gotta look like an idiot. Sorry. So they can adopt a duck, and then you guys race them.
Yeah, so each rubber duck has a number, and we will dump 1,000 ducks down these tarps. And it's 3 75-foot long slip and slide tarp. So they're going 200 feet.
So 2/3 of a football field.
And so they're each numbered, and the first 3 ducks win a prize, and our last duck will win a prize. But we'll dump 1,000 ducks down the thing, and people cheer for them and watch them go. And but the whole idea is obviously it's a fundraiser, and I don't like to do anything that's not fun, that's not actually going to get me any. It tells what we're doing, right? So it's family. It's I don't sell candy bars. I don't.
Right.
because those things don't tell my story, right? So we do fundraisers that tell our story.
Should sell drones then.
Well.
Ooh, you could adopt kids in a drone. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of ourselves.
But, so tomorrow night was planned to be our duck derby. And so we are paired with an event that has people in it because we do still need to raise some more money. And so one of the things that we are trying plan B, C, D, trying to figure out what's happening. So we're going to utilize the block party that's coming up.
Oh, right.
And then Big Brothers Big Sisters has their car show coming up in a couple of weeks after that. So we're going to utilize those times to sell the ducks or get the adoptions going. So because we'll have crowds of people, so hopefully we can sell another 100 to 200 more ducks. And then we are going to, after the car show date, we're going to actually use our one-way drive.
Oh.
And just run it like after school, one of those days when like the kids club kids are there. And
tell me you'll stop before the ducks get to Cedar though, right?
Yes. Okay. Well, that will be fun too.
Because I was just thinking.
We do chase balls from the top of that one way down to Cedar Street.
Really?
Because the kids will kick them.
Yeah.
They kick them from over here, and then you'll see me or one of the staff run in the summer. So
you need to get like a net. Well, I suppose if it's on the road, you can't put it on. Never mind.
It doesn't.
I'm just gonna shut up. Like do you want to just take over the show? Like Amy, you could totally do it.
I could.
You could just host.
I could, sometime maybe.
So keep us posted on all the stuff, and we'll make sure that we get it shared out on Discover Muscatine.
I'll get the right date. We haven't decided which date we're going to land on because I do need to talk to Power and Water to see which days Aaron can come out and get our water going and stuff. So so the fire hydrant is right there, but we just need the right people to run our water. So
yeah, I'm sure they can probably make that happen.
So so they were going to be there to run the water on tomorrow night, but. I would say everybody is very thankful that we're not making anybody set up tomorrow.
Yeah, no,
it's almost Friday Fest or for the Duck Derby. So.
While we're on that subject, everybody, if you're listening to me for this advice, you're probably too far gone anyway. But take it easy the next couple days. You've got heat advisories, heat warnings. Drink your water. Stay inside. Don't be stupid. Don't go chasing waterfalls and ducks over waterfalls. Be smart, be safe. That's your advice.
Yeah.
But again, you probably already knew that.
We're going to do what we're going to do.
But this way I can say I at least, I did my part, right, everybody?
So now, the Duck Derby is important because it is a fundraiser for our youth and teen programs. And so we got a lot going on that coming up here after school. So we just ended our day camp yesterday, and I am like 5 a.m. brain is not a good look on me. It's not, I do not function, and I've now had to get up at 5 a.m. for the last week and a half. And
so should we all call, you know what we could do, like Friday when we all roll in a little after 5 to play racquetball? We could have, let's see, is it probably Tony's going to be there? We could just have him start dialing you and be like, hey, some guys had some questions about youth programs, and they were here. Could you just answer them real quick? Is that?
Well, I will actually be up because along those lines, I'm hiring. So, I'm going to take any chance I get,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
So we are hiring for Before School, which is super fun. Before School, 30 kids. It's pretty chill. You get to like the morning kids, they connect with the staff and with each other. You get to see that they come in, they have breakfast, they chill for a little bit, and then they get on a bus and they go to school. That's how hard it is.
Yeah,
if you're a morning person and want a few hours a week, that would be the perfect.
And I'll tell you this from my own experience. Way back in high school, I was the early morning lifeguard, right? From like 4:45 to 8:30 in the morning. And you want to talk about salt of the earth people are the ones that end up at the Y in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and not me. I mean, we're talking like the Milo level people, right? No, but like I think I did it for like 3-4 years, something like that. The members that come, the kids that come, the staff that's there, honestly, it's my favorite time to be at the Y, right? Because it's nothing against the young kids, and mine's an 11-year-old and was one of them there yesterday. but it's chill, it's calm, everybody's in a good mood, they're all there because they want to be, and so, yeah, if you aren't a morning person, become one. It's actually not that hard. You set an alarm for a while, you'll start getting up without it. But if you want something to do, need something to do, I would tell you that would be a great thing.
Yeah, so, and whether, I'm not there typically. It's not my favorite thing, right? I would rather be sleeping till 7 o'clock and then coming in. But the days that I do get to be there early, it's so fun to just see, the person working at the front desk. Tony typically is there a lot, right? Like, there's always conversations going on at the desk. There's always, just the connection to people, the members to staff, the members to members in the back. Those connections are just, which is exactly why I do my business for 23 years, right?
You will learn so much. Just go stand out at that. I mean, the wisdom that flows out there in the morning is
but
something.
If you are a morning person or want to just something to get you moving in the morning, so it's 6:45 to 8, or if you want more hours, we have other, getting ready for the afternoon program can be included with that. So it could be till 9 or 10. So we can accommodate whichever. I just don't want to work at 5 o'clock, get up at 5:30 and 5 o'clock in the morning, because I get to stay till 5 or 6 anyway. So if I get there at 6:30, I'm there till 5:30. But it really is a the morning position. And I am also hiring for after school. So 16-year-olds and above are welcome to apply. And it's, if you're in school, we kind of work around so that you get there as soon as, you can get through the traffic at the high school. Or if you have that open period at the end, it's 2:15 to 2:30 till 5 or 5:30. The nice thing is you're done before you don't miss any of the school activities. Right. So if you want to go to the football game or you want to, go to the concert tonight and things like that, you could still be involved in all of those things without missing them. And you still have plenty of time to do your homework because you're done at 5:30. So you get a few hours in, you get to, if you're thinking about going into teaching or education and stuff, that would be a good start for you too. So all those things they're thinking about. Is it spinning? Not yet. So these are our Tello drones, part of our Teen Center programming.
Yeah, so what do you guys do with those?
So we actually have a class called Ready, Set, Drone. We received a grant that got us 10 of these guys, 12 of these guys, and they are strictly indoor drones. These ones are strictly indoor. If we take them outside, even a little breeze is gonna. But this class,
I had one fly away this size once. Literally, I took it up before we got our good ones for here. I got one just to play with it. Took it out in the backyard. Took it up a little bit. I got above the trees, and it was just gone. There was nothing I was doing to pull it back.
Yeah, so our Tello drones, and this one teaches you all about how to fly them, your verbiage that you use when you're flying a drone, rules and regulations, which are always changing. But just those, and then, so it's really fun. The kids really enjoy this class. I did it over the summer with some 4th graders, and I've done it for 5th through 8th graders, and it really is a lot of fun. They get to fly them, they build obstacles to race through, and it really is just a lot of fun. So this fall, what we're doing is we are actually having just a day to fly. You don't have to come in and take the class, you can just come in. We're gonna do quick things on how to fly them, and you just get to take turns racing them around the gym. And then we also, on Tuesdays, will have a new drone class, and it's called Discover Drones, and we have actual bigger drones that are big enough that we have to register them. But they're set up to be racing drones, and you're going to learn how to build them. You're going to actually build them. You're going to configure them to work with your controllers, and we are going to fly them. So that's pretty much the whole fall here. all of those things will take a while to do.
Yeah, they will.
But I have 2 of us trained in the Discover drones, which we will be hopefully having a full class and getting all of those things.
Maybe we'll have to come out and take ours up with you guys and like go race ours.
Well, yeah, and like with the
put it in sport mode.
Well, we were all trying to get them up when we were learning. I mean, we had to go to 2 days of training.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So there's actually 3 of us trained. 2 of us will be teaching, and then we have an extra person who's ready to fill in if need be. So in both of these classes. So we're going to have some fun with drones this summer or this fall. And then we have art programs and leadership programs and STEM programs, fitness programs. We can keep any kid with whatever interest you have, video games, card club, art, to leadership, anything you fall in between, I got something for you.
Yeah, and so what's the easiest way, because there is so much, and honestly, it can almost be overwhelming.
Yes.
What's the easiest way for people to kind of like flip through this stuff and take it all in to help figure out what might make sense for their kids?
So we have our website. If you fly on the front page, if you go all the way down to the character development window, that flip, it's going to take you right to, you can go to like our teen programs. I love this chart. So it gives you all of like the times, and it doesn't have the descriptions of things, but at least gives you a good chart view of what's happening each night. And then, but then the descriptions are also then on the website where you can actually see what kind of activities they're going through. And
I've always loved the chart because then you can plan it around everything else. Because I guarantee you, all of us at home have something like this that's like football, basketball, the choir, whatever, chess club's a new thing apparently, and you can just go, okay, hey, yep, that fits our world, boom, away we go.
And we must like them too a lot because we have them for our youth and like our skill building classes has a nice chart that has the age groups on it. And we also put our fitness classes for our adult fitness classes. And I love to look at this, right? Like, so people are always like, well, what do you have? I'm like, this chart is full.
Yeah. And not to leave Jocelyn out, Jocelyn has a chart too.
She does.
She has her own chart of all the pool stuff.
Yes.
So
and I think that's actually on here too. So the aquatic stuff is on this one too.
She doesn't even get her own chart?
Well, it's with the fitness stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Land and aquatics.
But yes, so again, just look at the program, look at the website. There's tons of stuff.
Yeah, so the program just came out earlier this week.
Yep.
And so registrations are going on right now for any of our youth classes, any of the, like if you wanted to sign up for the drone class, the Discover drones, you can do that by calling the Y2 and they can get you signed up. Now, even though our drone class, it does require that you're there and a commitment to every Tuesday because they build off of each other. So if you miss 3 and then you come back and then you miss 2.
Your drone's not going to fly.
It's going to be much harder. So it is a commitment, but it is free. We're not charging for it. We just want you to register for that drone class so that we know who's coming and get everybody situated. Now, any of the other teen programs that don't have they're all drop-in. So if you come to art club for 2 weeks and then you have something else going on, a concert or something, and you come back, perfectly normal. Like that's most of our teen stuff is drop-in. So you can just kind of show up at 4 o'clock and do art or show up and do STEM stuff. And so just a couple of them have registration stuff. And then, but if you want any of the youth, like Pee-wee basketball or Pee-wee soccer, we're in soccer season and soccer mode right now. So we have a mini sports camp. We have if your kids like to run, we got road runners.
Oh, right.
And that's a fun class too. I'm sorry, I can't read without my cheaters anymore.
All good. See, this is nice. I don't have to read. You can read. I just get to talk. No.
Yeah, my brain is still you're just go from one thing to the next. Yeah. So we don't, kids left last night. We took their name tags off their cubby and we stuck new labels on them today. So that's how fast the turnover is from even last Thursday in our summer camp, we still had 94 kids attend the last week of camp.
Yeah, that's like 4 full school classes, 4.5.
Oh,
I mean,
it's crazy. It's crazy. And then don't want to talk too much about the kids club, even though it's a very important program, right? The reason I don't want to talk about too much is because I'm actually full and on a waiting list of already 40 kids. So.
Happy problems.
Yeah, so
right?
I don't want anybody like, oh, the Y has this after school program I could, no, we do, but 40 kids on a waiting list. And most of I was looking at my contracts to see if I can get anybody off. I'm like, we only have like 10 out of 125 kids who aren't there every day.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I'm like, well, yeah, they're.
That's nuts. But it just goes to show what you guys do there and how appreciated it is by the community. I mean, I was a Y kid growing up. My mom worked there, and from the time the new building went up, right? And I can't. Man, I don't have the words to explain what the Y meant to me growing up, right? The people I've met, the people that had an influence on me. I mean, obviously, I went there as a kid from like 7th grade on. I was one of the basketball kids there every night, And then I started working there at 14. I volunteered with swim lessons, and then I started lifeguarding. And and the people that I met still to this day are friends. And like, perfect story, Mike Avicine, who came into the Y in the morning in the whirlpool when I was a lifeguard, has been coming in the last couple of years to Wyatt's school to talk about rabbits, because he's like this international rabbit judge, right? From here in Muscatine, met him at the Y. His kids actually are a year or two younger than me. And still to this day, like, I talk to him and he comes in, and like, all because of the Y. Like, it's crazy. And I could tell 100 of those stories at least. I won't, don't worry. But
we of course we had 100 and some kids registered for our summer camp, and there's a reason why I can get up at 5 o'clock and come to work at 6:30 in the morning and stay there till 5:30, and it's because of the families that come in. And I stayed till the end last night because we had a lot of kids that are only with us for the summer. So, I was there and I witnessed all of these kids who were leaving for this, who won't be back till maybe Christmas break or something. And they hugged like every single staff. They hugged their friends the amount of hugs, like normally it's like, stay in the room. And they would have to come running out to say goodbye to their friend who wasn't going to be there after school or they weren't going to see. That connection is so important. When kids don't want to go home, honestly, they were dragging their feet last night. They were not rushing out the door to go. Parents were tugging at them, come on. And I was like, at the end of the day, I take that as a win.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. There are always kids who are going to be ready to go, right? But when I have tears after school because they didn't get to finish their art project and they really wanted to do it, and mom has to wait 10 more minutes for them, Mom, that's a win for you and for me.
Yeah, that is absolutely
that's why we're here, right? Yeah. And if none of the kids wanted to be here after, but there are some that are always ready to go, right? You have had a full day of school, a full day here. Yeah. You know that there's something that you got going on, but those connections are really what kind of drive all of whether it's kids or adults and stuff. And that's why I can say I do my job for 23 years.
And let's do this. Let's give a shout out to the adult side. And I'll say this, on the adult side, there's, again, grids of classes, workout, there's everything. And pickleball, I gotta say pickleball. And we do need racquetball players. We can always take more racquetball players. 5:30, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
AM.
AM, yes, AM. You'll make those same connections. Like when you see the people that just come work out at the same time or go to the same classes,
yes,
they can quickly become your tribe as well. So don't hesitate because I'm guessing there's probably not too many elementary school, middle school kids watching right now live. They better not be. But parents, take your kids, have them do something, you go work out, you'll find people that you can engage with, and maybe get some adult conversation outside of work. Crazy idea, right?
I know. One of the coolest things over the years is we started our Silver Sneakers class 1 hour a week. It is now 5 hours a week.
Yeah.
5 hours a week. We have 3 classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays because there are so many people. We had to keep adding classes. But we had like a lady coming, and she was coming to Silver Sneakers, and she really just needed to move, right? Mm-hmm. And then another group would come from the water exercise class, and they would go to Silver Sneakers. Well, they got this other person who really needed more, mm-hmm. and got her to come to the water class. You know what I mean? Like, right. It's so awesome. Like, if you don't show up for a little bit, someo's calling you or texting you. In these Silver Sneakers classes, there's just, that's another thing about even like Pat Church with her Pilates classes and Zumba classes, right? Pat? If you don't show up for a while, she's gonna be like, dude, where are you? You know, you all right? What's going on? And someone is checking up on you. And I like classes because it's accountability, right?
It is, absolutely. Yep.
So not only does Pat know you're not coming, but you know you have to work out at, like, I have to be to the Y at 5:30, and so you don't dilly-dally here, you don't dilly-dally there. So, you know, I have my soccer on Wednesday nights. Sorry, I got to leave by 5 o'clock. I got to be in Davenport on the soccer field at 6. So it makes sure that I get that. And I'm a much better person when I'm playing soccer and I'm playing pickleball in the evening and doing those things for me.
We all are. Yep. It's, again, the why is, you know, so many people think of it as just like working out, and that is a big part of it, no doubt. But like, it really does carry over, both program-wise and just for each individual. It carries into the whole person there, and it's always been that way, right? It's not like this is just like a new trend that the Y hopped on, like whole person. Like, this has been hundreds of years. I don't even know how. So Y's got to be, not just our Y, but the Y overall has got to be.
So we're looking at close to 175 years.
I knew, because I feel like
it was
I remember
like 150 years when I was first starting, and we did like a big thing.
I feel like I sort of remember that.
So we're pushing 175 years.
So they know what they're doing.
And we've, you know, they created at least 2 sports, basketball and volleyball were both invented by the Y. Which is why you should play basketball and soccer through the Y.
Perfect segue. Next week, volleyball broadcasts start. High school volleyball is back. High school football starts this weekend. Or, well, Friday night, I guess. It's weekend. Do we call it Friday night weekend?
Oh, at 5 o'clock it is.
Sure, we'll call it weekend. I never do, because for me, I work Friday nights because I'm at the games. We're broadcasting. So to me, the weekend doesn't start till Saturday.
Right.
Quick segue. Friday night, 7 o'clock. Be on channel 3. Be on YouTube. Be on Facebook. Be somewhere watching the Muskies play. Ty Kozad and the varsity team will be ready to roll, I guarantee it. And Ty will be chasing the career rushing record. A whole bunch of cool stuff going on. So
excited.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. It's a great time. There's a lot of good stuff going on. And as always, thank you for bringing it. And definitely keep us posted on the Duck Derby stuff.
Yeah, I would love to. I'll get that date out, what we're going to do. But you can still adopt now online and stopping by the Y. If you adopt online, we'll send out your duck numbers to you, either via email or snail mail,
whatever works, right?
Whichever you prefer. So, or you can call and do it over the phone. You can stop by. And so we're ready to rock and roll for fall. Like,
well, thank you for coming in, and I do have a little piece of homework for you for the next time you come in.
Okay.
So
I haven't scheduled my next time, so depending on what this homework is, we'll see if I come back.
So no, it's be easy. So I've been doing a bunch of research. Yeah, obviously we're heading into the school year, so we've been going through like high school stats and all this stuff. See if you can figure out who at the Y still owns high school athletic records. See if you can report back on that for me.
I could only think of one person, but I'm not going to call him out right now.
Well, just see what you can find. There might be, or associated. Like, see what you can find. I think there's a couple neat things there.
Yeah, so. There's a lot of information out there.
There is. So
it's easier to find it from like 2000 on.
It definitely is. Definitely is. Well, Amy, thank you for coming in. Thank you.
Thanks
We're
for having me.
definitely keep us loaded with pictures on drones, because we can throw those out in the paper, throw them everywhere.
Yeah.
Because when you see kids flying drones, they just light up. It'll make your day. It'll make your day.
It is.
So.
Well, even adults. I mean, seriously.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Any of us want to fly these. So
Chris and I fight over ours. So, Amy, thank you again.
Thanks
It's
so
been
much.
Fun as always. And check out the Wise website for more information, or give her a call, 563-263-9996.
Good job.
Have a great day, Muscatine, and we will see you tomorrow and Friday night.